You guys have a good New Year's? I had a fantastic New Year's. It was my birthday on New Year's Day, and I really can't remember very much about it. You ever have those birthdays where it gets out of control? And yeah, I had a really good birthday. And you're wondering, first of all, is this permanent? We're going to have to come back next week to see if it is. But you ever have one of those, like, maybe years where it's like a hangover? I mean, you know, you get through it, all of a sudden you look back on the thing and it's like, man, that was just a blur, right? And I think a lot of us have those kind of years, and the older you are, the more you probably have those type of years. But as 2012 is upon us, I am convinced that many of us are close to a breakout, all right? We're close, Sonny, keep laughing. We're close to a breakout. Spiritually, emotionally, physically. God's got great plans for us, and yet we're close to a breakout, but we're probably just as close to a breakdown, all right? Many people had a breakout in 2011, and a lot of people broke down. So the question is, what kind of year are you going to have?
Hey everyone, Pastor Al here, and I just want to do a little bit of follow-up from last week's message, okay? We're starting a series called Unstoppable. We talked about unstoppable plans, and in the message we asked basically 4 questions that we're to ask ourselves as we develop our plans in life. And the first question is, what matters most? In other words, what is it that matters most to you? Is it your marriage that you need to work on this year, your health, whatever that would be? And then the next question is, where do I stand? In other words, it's a kind of a reality check about, you know what, if that matters most in your life, your marriage or whatever, where do you stand with that, okay? And then the next question to ask yourself as you develop a plan is, where do I want to be, all right? And that's a great question. It's a visionary question. Where do you want to be in your marriage or in your education or whatever, maybe a year from now or 3 years from now, okay? And the fourth question is, what am I willing to do to get there? And that really puts your feet to the pavement, if you will, as far as what are the action steps that you need to do to make your plans happen. And so I want to follow up with everybody and just tell everybody, by answering those questions, if you took an hour and a half to 2 hours to answer those questions, you're on your way to setting up a plan that is solid, okay? The next step is to make goals. Because after you answer those 4 questions, you're going to be able to make some goals for yourself. And I always say that you need to have goals for yourself, for your spirituality, for your physical being, and for your soul, which is your mind, will, and emotions. And goals, the first 2 letters of goals is go. All goals do is help put you in the direction of where you want to be. And so like for me, for one of my goals this year, you know, for my physical well-being, I want to work out 3 to 4 times per week, and that's something I can track. And also I want to be in the Warrior Dash, okay, that tough man type of thing that's going to happen in September. And so I'm going to be training for that. I'm going to be pushing myself in that direction. As far as my soul, my mind, will, and emotions, I want to write my thesis paper this year. It's time for me to write the culmination of my doctoral studies. So that's one of the goals that I have. As far as my spirituality, one of my goals is I want to deepen my prayer life. And so one of the things that I've set as a goal for my spirituality is that I want to get away at least once a month and have some deep prayer time and time with God. And believe it or not, in my schedule, sometimes I'm so busy doing all kinds of great things, I think, for God, that sometimes I exclude God. And so see, these are just some simple goals that I have. And once you answer those 4 questions, you're ready to make goals of your own. So remember, have goals for your spirituality, for your physical well-being, and for your soul, your mind, your will, and emotions. You do that, and you're on your way to becoming unstoppable.